that the lead of the mic matches my dress. This was all planned, of course. And I checked in here tonight, and it's like, my phone knows me better than I do, because I checked in and I was typing in, I was trying out a new comedy routine, and the predictive text came up, comedy. Our first suggestion was relationship, except probably my relationship's more of a tragedy. But anyway, if you were here last month, you'd know that I've been single for a few years and I've been dating this guy, and then he went back into his cave, said he was too busy for a relationship and he just wanted to be friends. So that's great, isn't it? Now we're just friends, and that immediately got rid of all the sexual tension, didn't it? So it's like, oh well, no, I'm no longer thinking about driving down to your office when you're working late and doing you on your desk, or imagining that you're going to come and pick me up and take me down to the ruins where we snogged and have me up against the wall. Oh no, all that tension's gone now. And what is it about guys that you've got this radar, okay? So, okay, maybe I was a bit upset, a bit hurt, but then you start to move on, and then you get to the point where you're not really giving a fuck anymore. No fucks left to give. And then guys, you've got this radar. How do you know? How do you know? Up comes a text. Hi, how you doing? And then you're like, ah, and the whole cycle starts again. So anyway, apparently now, when somebody does this to you, says they want to be friends, it means you're in the friend zone. And this is a thing, it's a real thing, and it's a bit like the Twilight Zone, only it's a lot more scary. And it can also be a verb as well. You know, they say, you've been friend zoned. And it reminded me of that old ad from the 70s and the 80s. Remember, you've been tangoed. And you haven't turned orange yet, but I'm going to Essex on Saturday, so watch this space. And then I was thinking about sort of like all the modern dating relationships and all that. It reminds me of the Football League. And I had to look this up because I don't know a lot about football. And so at the top you've got obviously the Premiership division, where you've got the people that are married, you know, like the smug marrieds. And they look down with pity on us poor singletons. And I thought, well, you know, life it's not like the movies, is it? Where you've got the crazy, insecure woman who's always messing up. And then you've got the successful career man who's distant and aloof. And then at the end of the movie, he realises that he's in love with her and he got married. Well, I won't tell you the name of the movie in case you haven't seen it, so I don't want to give you any spoilers. But you get the picture. But life's not like that. It never works out like that in real life. So then you come down to the next division, it's the Championship one. It used to be the old second division anyway, where you've got all the people that are engaged. So they're at some point, probably in the next year or so, they're likely to be promoted up into the Premiership with them married. But you know what that means, doesn't it? That some people in the Premiership are then going to be relegated. You're not going to be so smug then, are you? And then you've got Division 1, where you've got all the people that are in relationships, and probably now it's a proper relationship, and they've also updated their Facebook status to say they're in a relationship. And of course, when you're single, that causes more pain in a way, because it's like if you put you're single as your status, it's like AKA desperate. But if you put nothing, it's like everybody knows you're single anyway, so you can't win either way. And then, as I said, I was seeing this guy, and I thought, well, if we'd have made it to the relationship stage, there would have been even more tension, because he's not on Facebook. Yeah, can you believe it? Somebody in this day and age who's not on Facebook. So if I'd have updated my status to say I'm in a relationship, and then your friends would be saying, oh, that's nice, we're really pleased for you. Who is he? Well, he's not on Facebook. Okay, well, do we know him? No, he doesn't actually know any of my Facebook friends. And I think, oh, you know. And then I'm looking even more sad than I am already. So then, on the bottom division, which is now second division, I think, isn't it? You've got all the people that are dating. And it's quite common now among the younger generation with Tinder and all these dating apps and online dating websites. It seems that they sometimes date several people at the same time before they decide to become exclusive with somebody. Now, I don't know how they personally have the energy for that, but I suppose they're a lot younger. I mean, I find it hard enough not dating one person, let alone dating several. And then they decide, okay, I like you, perhaps we're going to become exclusive, so we have to have the exclusivity talk. Well, perhaps, you know, several, I'm not making any judgments here, but perhaps we're a little bit older now. And when we were young, it was like, you'd assume, wouldn't you, if you'd been on a few dates with somebody, that you wouldn't be sleeping in with anybody else or seeing anybody else, well, unless you're a bit of an arsehole, that is. But that's what they do these days, apparently. So there you've got your league, and then outside the league you've got all the little teams, haven't you, trying to get in make it into the big time. So that's like the friend zone, isn't it? Where you've got all these people that have perhaps got friends of the opposite sex or the same sex, you're that way inclined, and you're perhaps attracted to each other, or one person's more attracted than the other, but you haven't quite won the game. It's like, how do you make it from the friend zone into the league? So I was thinking about this, well, how could I do it? So I was thinking, well, you know, this guy, we still speak occasionally, but not very often. So he's always working, we hardly ever speak, we haven't had sex. And then you think, well, it takes some couples like 20, 30 years to get to that level. But we managed it in 2 months, so I think we should go straight up to the Premiership League. So, thank you.